August evening, and it's Chelsea against Aston Villa in the FA Cup tie. And here tonight, my name is Ade Michelle, and I'll be your host for tonight's edition of our Watch Along on Premier Sports Fan Center. But I'm not alone in the studio, as I also have with me in the studio, Yemite. Good evening, Yemite.
Good evening, Shogun. It's another day to talk about Chelsea. We hope we don't lament today.
Okay, yeah, that's probably me. Hopes they don't lament tonight. And apart from the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa right there at Stamford Bridge, there also be that big one between Tottenham and the Manchester City also in the FA Cup. So it promises to be night of interesting football action right there in England. Away from the African Cup of Nations, we are breaking from that norms. We've seen beautiful football on Africa stage, but right now we are going back to England for the FA Cup tie.
Yeah.
It's Chelsea against Aston Villa.
Yeah.
We're still into the EPL. Fantastic season for Aston Villa and the
Yes.
manager. Talking about Unai Emery.
Emery,
He has done good work with Aston Villa this season.
Yeah, he has done a good job since the middle of last season when he came in. He has been one of those coaches that has been shining bright.
He has a chance for Aston Villa has to find himself in Chelsea box. He squares that out, but that's eluded all Aston Villa players. Chelsea defended their line and clearing that out for safety. Back to you.
Yeah, so Emery, one of the coaches that has the highest number of wins season, came to the Premier League. Fantastic performance from a team that was nosediving to a team that now there is a potential contender for Champions League football and brought them to European football too this season. So it's been one good coach that has come into the Premier League, and with the news that Klopp is going, so that means some coaches too will now actually rise up and step up.
Okay, let's see. Aston Villa are going to step up against Chelsea right here. That game is currently in the 5th minute, approaching the 6th minute of that encounter. And it's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. And just 3 days short, just three short days after the stunning League Cup semi-final triumph over Middlesbrough, Chelsea are returning to FA Cup action against fellow Premier League side Aston Villa outside of their upcoming final. This competition is now Chelsea' only other chance of silverware this season. So the Blues will also be taking this one very serious as they eye the 5th round for the first time since they were losing finalists in 2022. It's been a long time coming. That was the last time Chelsea found themselves in the final, or in the final 2022.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming, but not so long. A team that just got a new owner, and there's going to be a transition period, changing almost a full squad. And getting to the final at this stage is not slow, as in is actually good. But for me, as far as I'm concerned, it's not good enough. So they need to up their game and at least win the trophy. And at least Chelsea can have a shot at European football.
Yes, the corner kick to Chelsea in the 9th minute of this action. Let's what they'll make out of this. Wait for a shot one. It's Chelsea still in possession of the ball. Tries to dribble his way into the box and finds it and still turning around this man here. And back finally into the hands of the Chelsea right back. There's Chelsea still running riot against Aston Villa. And the second one into the box, but easily cut out there by Aston Villa, who would now be attacking against Chelsea from the fence. And it's Aston Villa who are currently in possession in the 9th minute and turns around and finds still in there, still being played with the Aston Villas as they find themselves very close to the Chelsea box. And Aston Villa now attacking against Chelsea with lightning speed here. But just to go back into the midfield and still Aston Villa very much in possession of the ball. And this looked like a promising chance for Aston Villa as they find themselves very close. That referee has just cited play on advantage, and it's Martin Cash back in midfield, but the referee has gone back to that foul, and it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa in the 9th minute of this encounter.
Yeah.
Well, first 10 minutes, and we're seeing the game, lightening up with intense pace in this game.
And I think it was even the player that fouled
Thiago Silva there.
And the referee gave him a yellow card.
Wow, that is so early.
I just hope, honestly, VAR needs to come into games like this at this early stages, so that some little mistakes the referees does, they can correct it and make it a better game. Because on yellow card like that, any other yellow card is a red card. For Thiago Silva, it will be a big miss for Chelsea.
Okay, but if Thiago Silva is getting a red card in this game, it's going to be a big miss. That's if the central referee, Robert Jones, who has just yellow carded Thiago Silva in the opening 10 minutes of this encounter, he will be giving that big man Brazilian a red card in this encounter. And it's a free kick to Aston Villa in the 10th minute. Let's see what they make out of this. and the goalkeeper for Chelsea, Dodi Petrovic, was rated as one of the top five goalkeeper in the EPL this season. Let's see if he has something to hold on to that as McGreen and Douglas Luiz stands over that free kick for Aston Villa in what looks like 35 yards out from the Chelsea goal post. And it's Aston Villa and Chelsea having almost all their players in the box trying to defend this free kick, and it's looking like it's going to be Douglas Luiz who will be taking this for Aston Villa. We've seen him very good from the from set pieces situation. So that's what he's going to make out of this in the 10th minute. Aston Villa has a free kick against Chelsea, and they went for a short one and into the Chelsea box and the cross. And Dashavich, it's a worse save there from Petrovic for Chelsea to the 9. Aston Villa the first goal, and that was a clear header there for Tottenham. He should be doing better there.
Honestly, they should be doing better. Look at it. The pass really disorganized the defense. And the Chelsea player that fell down there must have been responsible for marking or at least putting Tielemans under pressure. But that was a good save from Petrovic.
Great save from Petrovic. And the reason why the Chelsea team hasn't really missed Robert Sanchez since his injury. And now is a corner kick to Aston Villa in the 12th minute of this encounter. They also went for a short one. As Aston Villa will be looking to take a short one into the box. And that is Musa Diaby with a shot. And with that very first goal. And yes, that was the first goal. Aston Villa has just broken the deadlock against Chelsea in the 12th minute. Douglas Luiz for the first goal in that game. Emery on his feet. And the Brazilian has just broken the deadlock right there at Stamford Bridge to send the Villains at Stamford Bridge to early jubilation. 1-0 Aston Villa lead in the 12th minute.
Yeah, Aston Villa deserved it. You know, a lot of training ground routine is in the way they play. Look at that routine. Pass the ball very fast. Drop it for the next mark before they could settle in to mark that one. And look at it.
Wow, that was a wicked deflection.
That's an
offside. That came off a deflection of a Chelsea player there.
That's an offside. Because when he played that shot, Douglas was already in an offside.
Wow, and the referee is not having any of that. Well shot there from Musa Diaby here. That was looking like it was destined for the hand of Petrovic. But took a wicked deflection and it's back into the hands of Douglas Luiz, who had nothing to do but tap into the back of the net for Aston Villa first goal in this game. And it's Aston Villa who currently leads 1-0 and there's a VAR check on that goal. Let's see what VAR decisions will be. And earlier on, it's getting lightning in that game as everything is moving from end-to-end stuff. And it looks like, yes, Douglas Luiz was very, very, very much in the offside position. And this might just be the lifeline for Chelsea to get back into this game.
There might also be an handball. There are two things.
Yes, offside and handball.
Possible handball, possible offside.
Yeah. It looks like 23 is hand first. And that was a wicked nod at there. Let me see if that looks like Goalkeeper is there with another. And that is the pressure. And that is what is happening in that game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Possibly handball being checked by the VAR. Let's see what the referee, Robert Jones, will be making out of that. It's about 40 minutes gone in this game, and we'll start seeing the drama. VAR decisions in England, you know. And every time you have the VAR, we've seen VAR at African Cup of Nations, and we've seen a lot of fans, not just Africans, around the world, giving Africans the applaud and the kudos for the good work VAR has done.
Yeah, the good job VAR has done. Fantastic job. And you have to give it to the African officiating personnel. They have done a great job. There was this banter on Twitter that they should come and learn, even the Pig Mobile.
And that girl who stand as a referee has just flagged that off. Thanks to VAR, and Chelsea has a lifeline to come back into this game. So as it stands out of 15 minutes, it's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. And Chelsea will be starting play from back. Disasi on the ball and finds Caicedo there, who was easily dispossessed, but hey, he had to just get that out of the way. And back, it's Chelsea who are currently in possession of the ball. Mauricio Pochettino on the sideline for Chelsea. And earlier on today, the media and the football fraternity was sent into disbelief as Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp says this season will be the last he'll be coaching Liverpool. Yeah. How much of confusion do you think this is going to throw the Liverpool players into, or will it spur them on to see them win all the silverwares they are actually pursuing?
Realistically, I think he should spur them on because he knows that Klopp is one manager. They won't want him to leave on empty-handed. They want to give their all for him this season. Unfortunately, it's just a season that Liverpool is not in the Champions League. They would have loved to give him a farewell with the Champions League. But he already even said most of the in-house guys has known since November that he was going to leave, and they
Okay.
just had to keep it under wraps.
Probably that's why we've seen Liverpool, performing,
Yeah, giving their
defeating
all.
anybody they
Yeah,
meet. It has
yeah.
really been a very great season for Liverpool.
Really, really good season for him. And if they can give him the Premier League as a takeaway, it's something good because he's a legend. He's a coaching legend for Liverpool. And he also said even if he has nothing to eat, he won't be coaching any other Premier League club.
Okay, and away from that, so he will have his first chance at silverware when they face Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final later in February. Let's see if Liverpool will be defeating Chelsea in that final. And also this final, I think Carabao Cup and FA Cup in the same season
Yeah,
where they defeated Chelsea in
yeah,
both
that was
finals.
2022, the same season. This new.
And here's a chance for Chelsea with that very first goal. Emiliano Martinez with that rescue for Aston Villa. And it's just stopped Chelsea from getting the first goal in the 16th minute of this encounter. Lightning stop right there at Stamford Bridge. And the Waters are not going under the bridge anyhow in this match. And Chelsea were back in possession against Aston Villa. What a chance for Chelsea there to go ahead.
Madueke should be doing better from there because you have to know the kind of goalkeeper you are making attempts against. So to face Emiliano Martinez,
Current world best goalkeeper.
Current world best goalkeeper with that kind of attempt, I think that's still left to be seen. I think he should be doing better actually. And mainly that word best now is now becoming more or less a joke, honestly. You have to see what many players, many guys are just saying. It's more or less like a joke. Before you know it, the golden award,
Glove.
golden glove awards will start taking more relevance than even the FIFA best.
But they voted for it.
They voted or they didn't. Why did Messi get into the last three?
Well, I don't really know. It was
So it was more or less like a setup to me. They were setting him up to win it already.
But Messi was there, Alan was there, and the players had to make the choice.
What I'm saying is, what did Messi do last season to warrant being in the top three?
I think the jury must have seen something special in him.
I don't.
And yes, Chelsea attacking against Aston Villa in the 18th minute. And yes, another opportunity for a shot there. It's straight into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. And another away from the Chelsea game. One of the Premier League's big hitters will fall at the FA Cup fourth round stage as Tottenham currently host others Manchester City, what is the second successive Friday night tie for the Londoners. They'll be hoping for a similar result to their Friday held round 3 tie when the Edge passed up Burnley 1-0 and given Spurs have won 3 of the last 5 head-to-heads they've hosted by the same scoreline. Maybe this isn't a far-fetched possibility, and history will suggest Spurs may fall on the right side of tight margin here, given they've advanced beyond the first round.
That's Chelsea with a big chance, my goodness. How did they miss that one?
There, and still Chelsea were currently in possession of the ball. And when it comes to missing chances, I don't think Chelsea fans should be really surprised because that is what they actually offer when they play against the big boys. And Chelsea were currently enjoying a better share of possession. Let's look at the starting 11. But before going straight into the starting 11, you are always a big fan of starting a striker no matter what. Good or bad, the striker should always be on the pitch. And tonight, Pochettino has gone for a game without a formation, without a striker.
Yeah, and what are the things that complement not playing a striker in Chelsea? Losing chances. Look at this.
That should be a goal. This was a golden chance for Chelsea there.
The same thing came against in the first leg for Middlesbrough. Wow. They began to waste chances. This same Cole Palmer.
And it's looking like there's always problem when Cole Palmer plays as a striker.
And the same thing happened to Kai Havertz. Playing as a striker, these guys are not a striker. I don't know what the problem is with Pochettino. Why will he try this kind of thing in games like this? Cup games whereby you lose it and you go out.
And we have first goal in the game between Manchester City and Tottenham, but that goal has been cancelled by VAR for offside by the referee. Let's see what VAR decisions will be on that goal. Will it be standing or will it be shoved off? And that was scored by Rico Lewis, if I'm not mistaken there. It was Manchester City who just broke the deadlock in the 6th minute. But we are waiting on VAR decisions on that goal. It's Chelsea currently attacking as Raheem Sterling finds himself in the box. Another opportunity for Chelsea, but couldn't just get that into the back of the net as Mike Green just cuts that shot of the Chelsea winger, and it's going to be a corner kick to Chelsea. A lot of chances falling into the hands of the Blues, but they are not making good use of those opportunities. Another corner kick in the 21st minute of this encounter in a game that is really showing Chelsea enjoying the better share of possession with 70% of ball possession and just 30 to Aston Villa. Talking about energy in this game, Chelsea has really taken the game to the Villiers.
Yeah, they have taken the game to the, and you know that there's one thing that Chelsea has done this season. It is playing and creating chances, but converting them has been another issue entirely. So I think they dominated play. It's understandable, but that they are not converting their chances is not understandable. They really need to do better, and they need to start doing better very fast.
You can hear that from your mind. That is Enzo Fernandez on the ball there, but easily dispossessed and it's out for a Chelsea throw-in and going straight to the starting 11. Is Petrovic in goal post. Alfred Gilchrist started his first FA Cup game for Chelsea. We also have Enzo Disasi and Thiago Silva appearing as a centre back for Chelsea. And left back tonight is Bernard Badashiu. And the midfield, we have Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez in the pivot role. And up front is Donny Madueke, Conor Gallagher, and Ryan Sterling, while a lone striker is Cole Palmer starting for Chelsea. Conor Gallagher back in the in the attacking midfield role for Chelsea. And we've seen a lot of Chelsea fans, complaining of Chelsea making use of three centre midfielders, not a defensive midfielder in the Chelsea lineup. And they've seen it as one of the reasons why Chelsea have not been creative up front.
You look at it, Caicedo is a defensive midfielder. So it's one you
he
don't
has a chance for Chelsea. He's been dispossessed there and into the hands of Emiliano Martinez, who has really made two big saves in this encounter to keep Villa in this tie. It's still Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0 in the 22nd minute, and it's Manchester City 0, Tottenham 0 in the 8th minute of that tie at a White Hart Lane.
Yeah, it's a game that Aston Villa this season has not been really keeping possession, and I think the referee should check that for an handball.
And that is on Martin Cash, but the referee says no, that was ball to hand, and the game and the referee allows game to play on, and that is Douglas Luiz there easily dispossessed, and it's Badashiu who is on the ball, just to go into the midfield where he finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with a big battle there with the Brazilian, and that is Aston Villa attacking against Chelsea, and it's that dangerous man, Oli Watkins there, and it's Oli Watkins who finds his teammate there back into the midfield. It's Aston Villa who are currently in possession against Chelsea in the 24th minute of those game, and then finally they're enjoying the better share of possession. And yes, Douglas Luiz who finds on the side is Martin Cash. Martin Cash lost that into the box as Thiago Silva clears the line for Chelsea, and it's going to be a throwing to Aston Villa in the 24th minute of this game. It's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Let's see if one of these two teams will be giving us the first goal in the first half. And going straight to Aston Villa, starting 11 is the 4-4-2 formation. It's Emiliano Martinez in goal post, Alex Moreno playing as the left back, Lenglet and Ezri Konsa playing as the preferred centre backs, and Martin Cash also making it to the defense. In midfield is a flat four, Yori Telemans, Boubacar Kamara, Douglas Luiz, and John McGrain, the captain of Aston Villa. And up front is that danger man, Oli Watkins, and Moussa Diaby starting for Aston Villa. We used to know Aston Villa has to play, low block formation, but tonight it's looking like they are coming out against Chelsea, and Chelsea have not been able to keep them at bay in this encounter.
Yeah, mainly is that 4-4-2, that conventional 4-4-2 that they usually play. 8 men behind the ball. If they don't play 8 men behind the ball, leave 2 guys that can hold up play for the others to arrive. And that's what they have done. Look at what they have done so far in this first half. They hold up play in the front. When they are defending, they defend in their numbers. 8 men, 9 men behind the ball. And mainly they rely on counter to at least get one. That's why you will see that lately Aston Villa are beginning to struggle against teams that play low blocks. And that's how it is. And even Manchester United too. That's mainly, trying to get goals off counter attack.
Here's another free kick for Aston Villa, and it's Mark Green and Douglas Luiz also standing off this. And we saw what they made out of that first one they got. Let's see what they'll be making out of this in the 25th minute as Aston Villa are prepared to take this free kick. Is Mark Green, will it be the one taking it, or will it be Douglas Luiz? And Douglas Luiz sets one down for Mark Green, but that sails wide into the crowd there at Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea in the 25th minute of that counter. Still 0-0 in other centers in the FA Cup. It's Bristol City against Nottingham Forest. That game is also in the 25th minute, 0-0. Sheffield Wednesday against Coventry, 0-0. And Tottenham against Manchester City. That game is in the 12th minute and still 0-0 between these two EPL heavyweights. As the goal kick to Chelsea in that encounter. Let's go straight to Manchester City starting 11. It's Stefan Ortega, in goal post. Josko Vadoy, Nathan Ake, Ruben Diaz, and Kai Walker mixing the four defenders. And at the base of the midfield, we have Rodri and Mateo Kovacic. And up front is Oscar Bob, who scored that goal that was cancelled by VAR. Bernardo Silva and Phil Foden. While it's a Loma striker, Julian Alvarez, who is still deputizing for the injured Helen Haaland.
Yeah, Julian Alvarez has been deputizing very well for
There's another chance for
Haaland.
Chelsea, but they couldn't break through that line as Emiliano Martinez just came to the rescue of Aston Villa and sends one straight to try and locate Oli Watkins, but easily caught out there by the Chelsea centre back there. And Chelsea were back in possession and send the straight one into the eyes of Sterling. But Emiliano Martinez to the rescue for Aston Villa, and it's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea in the 27th minute of this encounter. Manchester City with an opportunity to send the cross into the box and still a chance for the Sky Blues, but that won't be going to the back of the net. It's going to be a corner kick for Manchester City from that shot from the former Chelsea midfielder Mateo Kovacic, who hasn't really find it easy at Manchester City since joining them.
Yeah, he has not really found it easy. You know, a team that plays tiki-taka coming from a team that sometimes can be defensive and offensive to a team that
I don't even know why you're laughing.
plays tiki-taka. You know, it's like you were formerly driving a Moldue. You now got to drive a Ferrari.
You'll get used to that. And that's the corner kick from Manchester City. It was the call there by Vicario. But being dispossessed, and still Manchester City were back in possession of the ball. They sends one back into the midfield where they find Ruben Diaz there, and it's Manchester City attacking right now, dominating play against Tottenham. And looking at the ball possessions, Manchester City, who has the better share with 66%, while Tottenham, the home team, has just 34% of ball possession. Zero shots from Manchester City in early stages of this game, and from Tottenham in early stages of this game. It shows that Manchester City, are fully dominating and making Tottenham home ground their own stadium in this encounter.
Yeah, Tottenham has not really come to the party. You look at the way the coach said they're going to keep playing high line against any team as long as it's the coach of that Tottenham setup. So when you look at the way Tottenham has approached this game, they are not respecting Man City. Though Man City will dominate you, but if you don't respect Man City, you can actually hurt them and hurt them really badly. The final between Chelsea and Man City then showed a lot of teams that you can actually play against Man City, come out and you take the game and you win fair and square in 90 minutes. And Tottenham, from what they've been playing against Man City so far, they've shown their own that they are not a small club, that they are a club to reckon with. And I just hope that they won't lose concentration and concede a goal to Manchester City.
Okay, back to the Chelsea game. It's the 30th minute of that time. It's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa, with Chelsea currently in possession of the ball. Thiago Silva on the ball there as he finds it back into the hands of Badashil, who takes it down to the hands of Raheem Sterling, who finds himself in the box. And still Chelsea in possession of the ball. Enzo Fernandez here goes back to the hands of Badashil. And Badashil, who's playing as a left back for Chelsea today, and he has actually looked impressive in the first 30 minutes of this encounter. It's Chelsea who are currently, and it's Gilchrist who is on the ball, finds Palmer there. Palmer backs into the hands of Disasi, and Disasi sends one back into the hands of Thiago Silva, who passes straight into the hands of Moises Caicedo, who finds Disasi, and Disasi is making a run and through and finds Noni Madueke, the young England international, and Madueke, who has just gotten that back into the hands of Gilchrist, and it's Chelsea. Disasi on the ball back into the hands of Thiago Silva, and Chelsea playing, passing around the box of Aston Villa without making a way into the box back in the hands of Disasi, and Disasi to Moises Caicedo. Caicedo back to Thiago Silva, and Thiago Silva gets very close to the Aston Villa box, with Aston Villa having close to 9 players in their box. As Raheem Sterling on the ball tries to beat his man there, and currently get that, and it's Silva sorry, into the box for Chelsea. An opportunity with that brief first goal. What a
My
save there for
goodness.
Emiliano Martinez. The third time in this game. He's denying Chelsea the opener. And what a save there from the Argentina goalkeeper there. Big save from the Aston Villa goalkeeper. And Chelsea still keep on knocking the door as Raheem Sterling, who is on the ball there, and Chelsea go back where he finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with a shot one. Not in Madueke, but spilled that like a milk, and it's all for a goal kick to Aston Villa in the 31st minute. Chelsea asking all the questions, but can't just find a suitable answer to it. As that man, Emiliano Martinez, keeps on and always makes himself bigger in the post against every threat from Chelsea in this game. But this should be a great goal. This should be a goal for Chelsea.
Look at that.
And Madueke should be doing better there.
Yeah, Madueke should be doing better from all standard. And you have to talk about him being a one-legged player. He needs to work on his second foot. It's very, very important. Look at the cross he pulled in with his right leg. It's nothing to write home about. He needs to do better with that foot. Honestly, the foot is there to support him, and he should look at Cristiano Ronaldo when he started was not so swift with his left foot, but over time he began to work on it. So I think Noni Madueke should do better with his right foot. And you have to give it to Emiliano Martinez.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why Aston Villa has been on top is that goalkeeper. So many 1-0 victories, and when you check it, a lot of point blank saves. So you have to give it to him. Fantastic goalkeeper.
You have to give it to Emiliano Martinez. 3 big saves in this match already to deny Chelsea the opener against Aston Villa. 32nd minute of that tie. It's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa, with chances finding it hard to come by for Aston Villa in this encounter. And that's how they build from the back. I'm not always surprised when I see Aston Villa building this way. You just have to be on the top of the game at the back, because you look at those 2 big men up front for Aston Villa, Ole Watkins and Diaby.
Yeah.
What they bring into the game
when
you least expect is when they just hit you against the run of play.
Yeah, when you look at it, they are 2 very mobile players, and they know how to keep the ball.
Chelsea around that chance, but that goes into the hands of Emiliano Martinez, and the Chelsea players will be asking themselves the question: how are we going to beat this big Argentine World Cup winner? And it rolls that down into the hands of Konsa there, as Aston Villa were back in possession. Martinez back on the ball, and that was easily broken there by Chelsea, and it's into the hands of Enzo Fernandez, and Enzo Fernandez into the hands of and Chelsea will be having a free kick right there in the 33rd minute of this encounter, and it looks like it's Caicedo who is down injured there.
Yeah, it's Caicedo. I think that tackle from Ole Watkins, the referee should start watching it, because it seems they are out for Caicedo in this game. Maybe they've seen that, okay, it's the solid block for the Chelsea team defensively that will remove him from the game. Gochukwu is injured, Lavia is injured. Who is another defensive-minded midfielder that can really settle in well for Caicedo? But one thing about Caicedo is he's a workaholic. You can keep killing him and he will keep playing. So
you can't take that away from Moises Caicedo. It's Noni Madueke on the ball. Easily cut out there. It's going to be a goal kick to Aston Villa in the 34th minute of this encounter. 11 more minutes to go in the first half. It's Chelsea who has had the better chances in the first half, but been unable to take every of this opportunity. Let's go to the statistics. It's Chelsea enjoying the better share of ball possession with 73%, while Aston Villa has just 27% of ball possession. 4 total shots for Chelsea, 3 shots on target, 1 shot off target. And Aston Villa has total 3 shots, 1 shot on target, 1 shot off target, and 1 block shot in the first half. Chelsea has 3 corner kicks, and Aston Villa has 1. And this is a situation whereby the Chelsea fans have been complaining bitterly of Chelsea not taking, or not utilizing. It has to be set pieces. Corner kicks, we can see Chelsea playing up to 10 corner kicks in a game, but they don't utilize it. They don't turn one of it into goals.
Yeah, even a team whereby you get a one-on-one chance and you keep wasting, is it corner kick that you will not score easily? It's about just taking your chance. Your performance in the final third is very, very important. And that explains it. Look at Chelsea in Europe this season. I think Chelsea is the second that has created the most big chances in Europe this season. And looking at it, and Chelsea is not even playing in.
Yes, man, the Madueke, the box there with this barren opportunity, easily dispossessed there. You look at the numbers with which Aston Villa defend. Just having 2 men up front, 8 men in the box. doing the blocking for Aston Villa there. And there's a throw into Chelsea. Quickly take it there and into the hands of and back in the hands of Thiago Silva. And Thiago Silva finds Banashil on the ball, and the Frenchman goes into the midfield to find the Argentine Enzo Fernandez. And Enzo Fernandez to Sterling, and Sterling releasing Enzo Fernandez back and back into the hands of Raheem Sterling, who finds Caicedo there. Caicedo to Banashil and back in the hands of Caicedo, who finds the Sassi releases Gilchrist, and Gilchrist to Nani Madueke, who has really been a menace on the wing. And there's Chelsea finding their way into the box there with that very first goal. And no, and wants to be going to the back of the net, as that is going to be another goal kick to Aston Villa. It's the corner kick to Chelsea, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, corner kick to Chelsea. You can see Enzo even clapping for the lineman that he could get that.
That might have been an offside, but that was a good run there.
No, that's not an offside. He ran into it.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and look at that.
Wow, he was almost controlling that.
Yeah, it was almost. I think he should have managed to just get that one touch off the player. Maybe Emiliano Martinez will just gawk himself. And
it's the fourth corner kick for Chelsea in this game, and they take one. But that was a woeful corner kick there, and it's Chelsea who are back in possession of the ball, and will be making out the cross there. It's Chelsea holding on to it, and is back in play in the box. It's going to be the fifth corner in as many minutes of this game for Chelsea. 36 minutes gone in the second half, still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa, and also 0-0 in the game between Tottenham and Manchester City. That game is in 22nd minutes already. Yeah. We just hope to see a goal in this game. And talking about playing at the White Hart Lane, that happens to be a stadium where Pep Guardiola hasn't scored a goal.
Pep Guardiola has scored in that stadium, but he has lost a lot of games in that stadium. He has lost some games. You know, it's one ground that whenever Man City is going there, you know that it's going to be a tough day in the office. So it's either you lose it or you win it. So it's just one or two. You know what? There are few stadiums like that for Man City that they go and struggle. Anfield, number one. I'm talking about the Pep Guardiola Man City. Yeah. Anfield, number one. Then White Hart Lane. Even before any other ground. You know, Emirates Stadium is more or less like a market. They just go there and score goals and just...
I don't know you have to make reference to Emirates Stadium. Again, 11 successive wins in the FA Cup away ties under their beds. They're talking about Manchester City. They appear well placed to reach the 5th round for the 9th successive season. And the FA Cup, just like the EPL, has really been the hunting ground for Pep Guardiola and his Manchester City team. 38 minutes gone in that game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. It's still 0-0 between both teams, with the Villiers defending very well against the Blues, who have really been on the attacking side of this game. But those goals have been hard to come for Chelsea. It's Banashil on the ball there as he holds onto that and comes back into the defense, where he finds up the ageless Thiago Silva, who finds up the Sansiwaro chance for Tottenham there, but that's went straight into the hands of Ortega. And yes, Chelsea finding themselves. Nani Madueke is the dispossessed here. And it's Aston Villa who are back in possession. Telemans on the ball finds Mark Green and back into the hands of that young man. And still sent into the other side. And yes, Raheem Sterling, who's always full of running. Cole Palmer couldn't keep hold of that. And it's Aston Villa who will be breaking against Chelsea. And it's Mark Green on the ball there. Finds himself in the midfield and beats Moises Caicedo. Tries to locate Martin Cash there and sends it straight into the hands of Cash. And it's Aston Villa, who are currently in possession. That looks like Lenglet, not Cash. And that is Lenglet on the ball, beats his man, and still holds onto the ball and sends it back into the, and it's going to be a throw-in to Aston Villa. And this is it. Palmer is always coming to the midfield rather than staying as a striker when he's starting as a striker.
And that's one of the reasons why it has been a struggle for him up front, because you need your striker to stay up front, especially when you need a goal, so that it can be that man to keep the defense of Aston Villa from playing high line. Once the defense joins the midfield, it pushes the midfield to the attack. The attackers attack more, so it will increase the pressure on your own defense. So that's the more reason why playing a striker in this game is very important. Though Chelsea has dominated play because of that one extra man that's joining the midfield. But what about who to finish at the attack?
Yes, Tottenham, Aston Villa, attacking against Chelsea there. And would thus be a chance for Aston Villa to go ahead And that is where Chelsea needs to be careful because this team knows how to keep one goal scoreline in a game of football. Matakash on the ball there and goes back into the hands of Green. Another big problem in a game against Chelsea. And he beats his man there. And will he be going out for a cross? He's still trying to see what he'll be making. But chose to go back into the midfield where he finds Koza. And Koza back in the hands of Kamara there. Back into the hands of Koza. Koza straight into the midfield. And Aston Villa who are asking the questions right now. And here is Leglet on the ball. Leglet sends one straight into the hands of and back in the midfield is Aston Villa still in possession, enjoying their own better share of possession right now against Chelsea. Tillemans on the ball, and Tillemans sends one straight into the. As Aston Villa finding themselves in the box, easily dispossessed there. Still Aston Villa. Wally Watkins trying to create a chance there, but easily dispossessed and still back into the hands of Koza. Would nodded that out as Chelsea will be regaining possession of the ball as Nani Madueke on the ball right there, sends the straight for Caicedo who goes back to Nani Madueke and into the hands of Gilchrist. Gilchrist finds Disasi. Disasi channeling it back to the left where he finds Badashil who goes back into the hands of Thiago Silva. It's Chelsea currently progressing up front against Aston Villa to try and push them to the back foot. And Gilchrist, who is on the ball, finds it back into the hands of Disasi. Disasi to Thiago Silva, and Thiago Silva finds Gallagher in the midfield. Is Enzo Fernandez on the ball back into the hands of Thiago Silva. Looking at the way Aston Villa are currently defending in this game, defend with numbers and attack with numbers against Chelsea. Gilchrist on the ball tries to set up, put Nani Madueke on the space there, but Nani didn't or couldn't follow that run from Gilchrist's cross, and it's going to be a goal kick to Aston Villa in the 42nd minute of this encounter. Frustration on the bench for Mauricio Pochettino, as this is not the kind of first half he'll have been expecting from Chelsea in this game. It's goal kick to Aston Villa, and it's Emiliano Martinez who dropped a pass to Douglas Luiz, and Douglas Luiz finds Leglet, and Leglet straight into the hands of Magreen, and Magreen dispossessed by Raheem Sterling as Chelsea running through the lines right now, but Raheem Sterling couldn't hold on to that as Martinez just came out to recover that for Aston Villa in the 43rd minute of this game. Raheem Sterling has been full of running, but meaningful chances has been hard to come by for him in this game.
Yeah, meaningful chances have been hard to come by. And you have to look at it. It looks like a more serious player now lately. Few minutes in this first half, he has looked serious and very direct. Not the Sterling that is so playful and so careless with the ball sometimes. And that was a foul on Enzo Fernandez. And I think the referee should start spending the yellow cards because you can't be roughhanding a player when it's not your girlfriend just like that on the field of play.
Yes, versus Caicedo, who chose to go for a long ball into the hands of Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling could have kept that to play, and Stars was easily cut out there for a Chelsea throw by Leglet. As the throw into Chelsea, Raheem Sterling standing on the ball, and he holds onto the ball and releases it into the hands of Badashil. But no, Raheem Sterling takes that throw in and finds Thiago Silva with Chelsea playing a high line formation against Aston Villa right now. Gilchrist there was really giving a good account of himself in this game. And here is Moises Caicedo who finds Nani Madueke on the wing for Chelsea. Nani Madueke takes on this man and easily beats one, but still being pushed out of the box by the Aston Villa players and passes to Gilchrist. Gilchrist releases Nani Madueke who sends a cross into no man's land. But I don't really think that cross was for Chelsea player, but for Emiliano Martinez who he crossed that into his hand. Just cross that into no man's land. Go and fight for it in the box. And yes, Aston Villa, who are currently turning defense into attack, but Kamara was actually dispossessed there. There's going to be a throw into Chelsea, a free kick to Chelsea after the referee spotted the infringement by for Kamara against Enzo Fernandez. So it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea in the 45th minute of this encounter. And that is the last minute of the first half action. And we'll be looking and seeing how many minutes of the center referee will be adding as additional time in this encounter. Still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. It has really been a lightning game, which has been eluded with goals in this encounter. Chelsea have seen three big chances in this game, but fortunately, they had a big man who came to the rescue of Aston Villa in the first half. Talking about that goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez, and yes, another chance for Chelsea. Would they finally beat him? But no, it's going to be another corner kick which makes it about 6 corner kicks for Chelsea in this first half already, and no goal. Well across there from the Chelsea captain, but as Cole Palmer couldn't just direct that to go. There's going
That
to be
was
a corner
going on
kick.
target,
Yeah,
but Konsa just came
comes
and
out with a
chose
good defender
leg in
there
the
for
way.
Aston Villa in the fourth or fifth minute of this encounter. And it's going to be a corner kick to Chelsea.
Taking
Quickly
pass.
taken as Nani Madueke on the ball. And Nani holds onto it and dribbles his man. Dribbling is not really a big problem for him. The end product is the problem. And yes, another chance, but straight into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. 3 minute additional time. Banashil with that another, but the power in that another wasn't really much to threaten Emiliano Martinez in the goal post for Aston Villa as he saves that comfortably.
And he saved that comfortably, but look at that attempt. You know, it's
The
just
power wasn't there.
yeah, and the power wasn't there, but you have to give his positioning.
Yeah.
He knows how to position himself too, and I think Badashir should be doing better from that angle. But Noni at first, I don't think he should be cutting back since you just had that little space.
Lot of cutbacks
Well,
in this game.
it's too much. You know, I think he should have taken that one once and just see if he can get a good flash of the goal.
You know what I'm laughing? There was something I saw after the game, or during the game between Chelsea and Middlesbrough, when Chelsea fans were complaining about what's it called, Modric, having a bad first half. And
Yeah.
one of Chelsea fans on X was like, "You're complaining about Modric, and if Modric is being taken out, it's not in Madueke. What's the difference?"
Honestly, the two of them, I think they
really,
need to improve.
They really need to improve. They really need to improve because that is the standard when you play for Chelsea. You have to bring your A game in the old
Every
Chelsea,
time.
not the new Chelsea we have of recent. And yes, Aston Villa back in possession and it's back into the hands of Chelsea there, and it's the captain there Gallagher, but easily dispossessed, and it's Aston Villa will be breaking against Chelsea. Back in possession is Chelsea. Enzo Fernandez, the Argentine on the ball, releases Raheem Sterling. As Raheem Sterling going against his man Moreno there, but easily cut out there by Douglas Luiz. And it's Aston Villa through the captain, Mark Green there, who's going to really be a big problem as he tries to cut out Moises Caicedo back into the hands of Mike Green. And Mike Green releases the Abbey to run against the Chelsea player. And that is a cross into the box. But Telemans couldn't keep that in check as that will be going out for a goal kick to Chelsea in the 48th minute of this encounter. And that should be the last minute of first half as the referee might just be calling this game to a pause any moment from now. Very big chance here. And Telemans for his standards should be scoring that.
He should be scoring that. Look
That
at
was
it.
given to him
He
on
has
the
the time
on
and
the
space. He had to just jog to the ball. The balance was there. His strong foot. How didn't he get a strong save from the goalkeeper right there at least? It's something that is disappointing.
Okay, what thing that has really been disappointing this game has been Chelsea. 4 shots on target out of 6 total shots, and no goal for the Blues in this encounter. Terrible.
You know, again, the game against Middlesbrough that they had there, I think 6 shots.
6 shots and have 5 goals.
6 or 5
goals, yeah.
Yeah. You know, it's just a testament to the fact that it's because they are just a lower league side.
Yeah.
And look at them against a better goalkeeper actually. And look at what has happened.
And that is the halftime whistle being blown by the referee Robert Jones there, and he has called this game to a half and a pause. And it's Chelsea who have the better share of possession in the first half, but no goals to come by for the Blues right there at Stamford Bridge as they go into the halftime break 0-0. Don't forget you can be a part of this conversation by dropping your chart in our live chat. We promise to read that out. Nani Madueke has been the biggest culprit for Chelsea this first half. A lot of good chances to him.
Palmer had the best chance. Honestly,
that loose ball to him. I saw it against Middlesbrough also in the first leg. Exactly like that. You know, a loose ball falling into the hands of him. And for how much he has really been that go-to man for Chelsea this season, you expect him, slotting that into the back of the net.
Yeah, expectedly, you think he will finish that one very well. And I don't know why he tends to lose chances when he's playing as the number 9. And you see, Kai Havertz now, it seems those players that play comfortably as a number 8, you have no business starting them as a number 9 because they flow and do better whenever they are playing behind the striker. And I think Pochettino should be thinking of bringing in Amanda Broja to at least sit up front, then leave Cole Palmer to play from behind the striker. It's very, very important.
Start the fifth minute in that game between Manchester City and Tottenham, and it's still 0-0 between the White Hart Lane faithful and Manchester City in that game. There's currently a check by the referee. Let's just hope plays returns or starts
No,
very
I
soon.
think
Oh,
he
they
changed.
changed I
No,
think
he's
the assistant referee who has
yeah.
issued there. Any moment from now, we'll be expecting play to resume in that game between Manchester City and Tottenham. It has really been a great first half for this both team. And let's look at the Tottenham starting 11 is their first choice goalkeeper Vicario, sorry, who's starting goal post, and Pedro Porro keeps his position as the right back for Tottenham in this game. Christian Romero and Mickey van der Ven are the preferred centre backs, and Destiny Udoji is the left back for Tottenham in this encounter. There is no Sa and Bisoma, so tonight they have to make do with Pierre-Emerick Hochberg and Rodrigo Bentancur as the two pivot players, and up front is Dejan Kulusevski, Beren Johnson, and Timo Werner surprisingly playing on the wing. And up front is Richarlison as a lone striker for Tottenham in this encounter against Manchester City. Not really being the best of first half for Richarlison.
Yeah, not really best of first half. Yeah, we haven't seen anything that solid from Tottenham in the first half. So then I think mainly the midfielders needs to raise their game. They raise their game, spread the ball, let the ball get to every aspect of the field. Then stretch the midfield of Man City. Let them open up so that you can get spaces for Richarlison to run into and at least get a chance.
And it's really looking like they are missing the service of Sa and Bisoma in this Tottenham starting
Yeah,
11.
of course they will miss them, but I think the player they miss the most is Madison because Madison has vision. He knows he can turn 1-2 players and set that pass. He can go for goal himself. He has the weight behind the ball to at least take a shot and get a goal or two. Sometimes it's his silky passes. That guy, as far as I'm concerned, is one of the most complete attacking midfielders in England. If that guy makes his way to a team like Man City, my goodness, he will be one of those top midfielders in the world.
Okay, let's go back to the Chelsea game and Aston Villa. What a big first half. Emiliano Martinez, he has really been fantastic for Aston Villa in this game. And begs the question, why is he not in a big team?
Yeah, I still don't know why Chelsea didn't go for him during the summer.
Probably because of the age. 31
Yeah.
years old or 33 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's not that young. When you look at his age is not really
That's one.
on his side. So, and Chelsea is looking for the young players that can at least go the next decade in the football world. But when you look at it, most of the big teams have their goalkeepers for them. There's Real Madrid with Thibaut Courtois, there's Barcelona with Ter Stegen, and there's Arsenal who has David Raya, a younger goalkeeper right now. And you have to talk about Martinez.
Manchester United also having Andre Onana.
Yeah, they have Andre Onana. And when you have to look at it, Emiliano Martinez is not really good with the passes. It's just that solid goalkeeper. But many of these big teams, they want a goalkeeper that can play with their foot. And Emiliano Martinez doesn't really fit into the foot playing. But when it comes about solidity and being a defender, he's doing his job almost perfectly. But hey, the modern day football asks something for you, and you just have to try to give it.
Okay, really great first half for Emiliano Martinez. Played 49 minutes, 5 saves, and 3 big saves from inside the box, which has really denied them Chelsea the opener in that game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Let's just see if Chelsea will be coming back into that tie in the second half to put Aston Villa on the back foot, because they actually deserved those goals in the first half, but the goals were hard to come. So it's still 0-0 in that game. The only center where we have the goal already in the first half is the game between Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry. And Coventry broke the deadlock against Sheffield Wednesday in that tie. So it sits Coventry leading 1-0, 0-0 in between Bristol and Nottingham Forest at the end of first half. And also 0-0 in the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa at halftime. And the game between Tottenham and Manchester City is on the 42nd minute and the 0-0. Looks like a night of FA Cup that goals won't really flow.
Yeah, it looks like a night that we will have to just wait and wait and wait to get those goals. And it more or less, and second half, we might not see a different ball game
Yeah.
entirely. It's just football. Most times it's really, really unpredictable because sometimes you feel, oh, there might not be more goals today. And before you know it, the goal starts rolling in. But it doesn't look like a day in the office that will witness a lot of
Okay,
goals.
looking at the Chelsea game, what are you expecting from Mauricio Pochettino in the second half?
It's as simple as bringing a number 9. That's just it. Either withdraw Noni Madueke because Gallagher has the work rate. So the best person, Sterling is playing well today. So I think the best person he can bring out is Noni Madueke and let Kopama go to the wings. Then leave Gallagher behind the striker. So Kopama can do better even from the wings too. So I think that would be what I will expect the coach to do.
Okay, you can hear that one from here, mate. You can also come to the comment section and give us your expectations from Chelsea in the second half. It's 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa at the end of first half. A lot of big chances fall into the hands of the Blues, but they couldn't just make good use or utilize those chances that they got in the first half. Let's just say if Chelsea will be coming back in the second half to get that victory against Aston Villa, or will it be Aston Villa getting the famous victory over Chelsea in the second half of that encounter. And
And
still to come is the second half in the game between Bristol City and Forest. Also, the game between Tottenham and Manchester City is currently in the 42nd minute, and it's Manchester City 0, Tottenham 0, and it's going to be a corner kick there to Tottenham, who actually just defended very well there for a corner kick. We'll go for a quick breather, and when we come back, is the start of the second half. Welcome back, and it's still Premier Sports Fan Center watch along for the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa, and that is the FA Cup tie. This ended 0-0 at halftime, and the second half is back, and it's Chelsea who are starting the second half on the front foot with a free kick in a dangerous position after that kick on Moises Caicedo. Looking at Moises Caicedo, one of the most important players for Chelsea Football Club, and looking at the number of kicks that young man had to take game in, game out for Chelsea.
Yeah, you know that I think it must have been one of those tactical ways the coach wants to try to eliminate anything Chelsea has defensively. And you know that you just have to make do with what
He
you
has a
have.
shot free kick from Chelsea back into the hands of Moises Caicedo. As Caicedo who sends one to Cole Palmer
Kopama.
there. And Cole Palmer with a cross straight fine to locate our Chelsea player. And that is a Raheem Sterling on the ball there. Turns this man in and out and back into the hands of a Badashu.
Enzo.
Enzo Fernandez, sorry. And Enzo will shot one into the box. And here's another chance for Chelsea to go ahead in this game. And that is a low
My
block shot,
goodness.
but there was nobody to just dive at that into the back of the net. Cole Palmer with a big chance in the 48th minute for Chelsea. And it's halftime in that game between Manchester City and Tottenham. 0-0 that first half ended. And a lot of people have been talking about how much Manchester City, how much Tottenham have been missing the service of their talisman, Heung-min Son.
Yeah, they really miss him. It's really evident. You mean you can't say he should not go and represent his country. And that's one thing that those other federations has to deal with. If you want your players to be at the top, play for the best clubs in Europe, you need to start trying to look at a time that everybody will be happy with. Not only those clubs, but
He has a
them
chance
too.
for Aston Villa and straight into the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper Petrovic as he picks that up in a safety situation. And that was a good chance that fell into the hands of Musa Diaby for Aston Villa there. Petrovic on the ball there. What an early end-to-end stop from Chelsea and Aston Villa in the 48th minute of the second half and 2 minutes away from 50th minute. And the second half has really started just the same way the first half ended. And we are yet to see any substitution from both managers coming into the second half. And it looks like they are comfortable and okay with the performance they saw in the first half.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. But you know, this manager sometimes they don't cease to surprise us. Many of these things, they might not even their mind might not be attached to it because of whatever it is they pictured in their head. Look at big games that even big coaches like Guardiola has gotten into on tactically. Even a Champions League final against Chelsea. So all these managers, they are just humans. Sometimes they make those errors too. The best thing is just that, hey, when it's time to correct them, you correct them. But this one, I think maybe until maybe one of them goes down, they will now react.
Yes, the ball finding its way into the hands of Telemans in the midfield. And easily dispossessed there is the Chelsea defender, Alfred Gilchrist there, who sends one straight into the hands of Disasi. Disasi finds Thiago Silva, who is on the ball and holds onto that and tries to locate Disasi back in the hands of Disasi, and Disasi straight into the hands of Gilchrist. Looking at Gilchrist's performance in this game, it's like Chelsea right now have a reliable right back again.
Yeah, Chelsea have a reliable right back, and it is the way to go. With the way James has
And
looked more like
Malagusto.
Malo
He
Gusto
has
has
run
looked
across
prone
into the
to
box,
injury.
easily cut out there by the Aston Villa defenders. And it's Raheem Sterling who is on the ball as he takes on this man, but easily dispossessed there. It's McGinn who is on the ball there. McGinn cuts one into the side net where he finds Kamara. And Kamara straight into the hands of Diaby. And Diaby goes back into the hands of Martin Cash there. As Martin Cash who holds onto the ball and finds Konza. Konza releases it straight into the hands of Kamara. Kamara backs into the hands of Emiliano Martinez and into the hands of Alex Moreno, who finds Douglas Luiz and back to Leglet. Leglet releases Kamara there, who lost that out into the hands of Nani Madueke, who chooses to run against this man, but finally releases his captain there, and that is the cross in from Gallagher, who finds itself into the hands of Emiliano Martinez, who goes for a long one, but Disasi should be meeting that, and yes, he met that and releases Gilchrist, who has been having a fantastic game tonight for Chelsea. And yes, Chelsea attacking against Aston Villa, but it's going to be a throwing to Aston Villa in the 51st minute of this encounter.
Yeah, that
If
was.
you are Mauricio Pochettino,
Mm,
who is the first substitution you'll be making in this game?
it's just the striker. The midfield is doing well. The defense is doing well. It's just look at that run of Kopama for that cross. That's where you will know that it's not a proper out for out nine because his run should have been way better than that. His positioning for the ball. So I think that is the main thing. Just bring in a proper number nine.
Or you can hear that one from EMI. Just bring in a proper number 9. Should this game end in a draw, there'll be a return leg at the Villa Park as Aston Villa, who are currently attacking against Chelsea right there. And Chelsea, who has just regained possession and back into the hands of Badashil, who is another player having a fantastic game by his standard in this encounter. And it's Caicedo who releases Gilchrist, and Gilchrist on the ball tries to release Noni Madueke, who makes that ball back into the hands of after Gilchrist. And Gilchrist finds the Sassi, who's having a fantastic game by his standard also, and into the hands of Chelsea, who currently have better share of possession. Thiago Silva on the ball and finds Bada Shield there. And yes, the Sassi on the ball. It's looking like Thiago Silva is playing as left back in this second half.
No, it's just a
Yes, Noni Madueke with another opportunity. And he beats his man and goes for the corner. But that sails wide of the goalpost of Aston Villa there. There's going to be a goal
it
kick
seems
to
the
Aston
referee
Villa in
says
the
there's a
54th
foul.
minute. It looks like
Foul.
that was a foul against Alex Moreno. Probably there was an elbow
Yeah.
check there from the Chelsea winger, Noni Madueke. Yes, wow, that looks dangerous. Play footballers and the way they just do it, and just change your eyes like nothing really happened here.
Look at if you look at the way he turned right there. His hand was on Noni too. Noni had to stretch his hand to protect himself. So in the process of stretching the hand, I think that was when the the touch came up. So
Okay, back in play also, let's look at other leagues. The Bundesliga is also on in the game between Frankfurt and Mainz 05-0-0 at 74th minute. It's halftime in the game between Lyon and Rennes in League One. And Lyon losing 3-0 against Reims in this encounter. Really, and a bad season for Olympique Lyon.
Really bad, terrible time for to be a Lyon fan. And it seems they are looking at the relegation not far ahead. And looking at it now that Gift Urban too has made his way there. I don't know why the managers who advise all these players. There are sometimes you do make some moves. Wait till the summer, you will get that big money move. Why are you now going to a team like Lyon? Really disappointing.
It's halftime in that encounter, and it's Lyon losing at home 3-0 against Reims.
That's a good
chance
for
Aston Villa. Easily caught out there by the Chelsea defender. There's going to be a throw-in to Aston Villa, and that caught out was by the Sassy for the Blues right there, and there's a throw-in to Aston Villa in this encounter against Chelsea. 54th minute of this game approaching the 55th minute, which means we've seen 10 minutes of action in the second half. It's still goalless between Chelsea and Aston Villa, with both teams asking all the right questions, but the goals are not just coming. And Skolza, who is on the ball right there, sends one straight into the midfield, but easily cut out is Noni Madueke, who chose to run against this man there and holds onto it and finds the Sassi, the Chelsea defense, and to Thiago Silva, who finds Bada Shield. And Baton back into the midfield where he finds Moises Caicedo, who goes for a long one against the run. And here's Raheem Sterling on the ball, finds himself in the box. A chance for Chelsea. And Raheem Sterling chose to beat his man. But the final product just let him out there. And it's Moises Caicedo on the ball, chose to go back and finds Gilchrist. And Gilchrist to Noni Madueke. Noni Madueke with a short one into the hands of the Chelsea captain, Gallagher. But Gallagher was adjudged to be in the offside position there, and it's going to be a lifeline for Aston Villa, who will be restarting play, and it's looking like Noni Madueke is injured again.
Yeah, it looks like he's injured, complaining about his toe right there, pointing to it, and we just hope that it's not going to be another lengthy time off the field of play. So it looks like the referee says this. I think it's just his boot.
Oh, I think it's his boot.
Let's just see, because he's actually working well on the field. And look at that pass.
And look at that pass across up to Raheem Sterling. And looking at the run of Cole Palmer there, I feel like Raheem Sterling should have been noticing
the run was Kopama is not really timing his run as a striker. If Sterling had released him at that time, it would have been an offside. He has run in front of the player. Even if you beat all the defenders, you don't run ahead of your teammate that's with the ball. So these are the things the strikers know. So I think it's just an error still playing him at that position. We
Okay.
need him on the field, but not as a number 9.
Back in play right now is Aston Villa and his Glass Costa. The Glass Costa releases Consa there. Costa holds it back and releases Douglas Costa, who is on the ball right now. And the Glass Costa tries to release it. The first split and pass there, and is still Aston Villa in check. And Douglas Costa goes direct and straight into the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper Petrovic, who has just made that first position his own in the starting 11 for Chelsea. It's a big question. It's going to be a big worry and headache for Pochettino when Robert Sanchez finally comes back from injury.
Yeah, that's a good headache that every coach wants to have, knowing that
But
your
looking at
team,
both of them this season, who are you going to prefer, or on which side are you
it's
going
as
to be?
simple as Petrovic.
Wow.
Because Sanchez too is the good with his saves,
Mhm.
but Petrovic is more comfortable on the ball with his feet on the ball. Sanchez makes too many. He's too quick to pass the ball. Petrovic is calm. He reads the game. He knows when to set the passes. Hardly have you seen how many times Chelsea has made the wrong passes, like those things that happened in the game against was it Newcastle, or those passes, those misplaced passes at the back. If you see Petrovic, the way he controls his defense is very, very good. And I think a, looking at a goalkeeper coming from the US and coming to perform like this, the US, they usually say is not really that of a competitive league. But with this performance, that means more European clubs will be looking at the US to get talent. And if you look at the transfer window now, you see a lot of names. These clubs, even Italian clubs, checking the American league to see talent. Because look at players
And
like
talking about
Petrovic are showing.
another Chelsea goalkeeper is Kepa Arrizabalaga, who might be returning to Chelsea from Real Madrid at the end of the season because he has lost
the number one
his
place.
number one place to Nuni, the
Yeah,
second choice goalkeeper
he
at
has lost,
Real Madrid.
and that's a good chance for Chelsea, but it was blocked. And you look at it, Kepa really, as far as I'm concerned, is not that reliable number one. He made a mistake leaving for Real Madrid because number one, leaving from Real Madrid will guarantee that you stay as a second goalkeeper.
But that was when Thibaut Courtois was
yes,
injured.
but
no, Looney sending Kepa to the bench.
Even apart from Lunin sending him to the bench, you look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
When you look at the bigger picture, you go to Real Madrid, you get a season at most. Thibaut Courtois comes, automatically you go in as the second choice. But at Chelsea, that is trying to start up a new project, you can actually inherit the number one position if you are consistent week in, week out. Chelsea,
I don't even think Pochettino sold Mendy
yeah,
to
accommodate Kepa.
Kepa.
Yeah. So I think it's just an error in judgment. Because coming back to this Chelsea team, Chelsea will look for a way to cash in on it.
Okay, yeah, might just be the first corner kick for Chelsea in the second half and the 60th minute, which means we've seen 1 hour of football and 2 quarters of the 3 quarters be played already in this game between Chelsea and Aston Villa, still 0-0. And we can see the Chelsea manager, Pochettino, on the split there. Let's go straight to ball possession. It's Chelsea still having the better share of ball possession with 64%, while Aston Villa has just 36% of ball possession. 8 total shots from Chelsea, 3 shots on target, 2 off target, and 2 block shots. While Aston Villa has 6 total shots, 3 shots on target, 2 shots off target, and 1 block shot. Chelsea has 6 corner kicks, and this is the Chelsea's 7th corner kick being taken there, and Chelsea being dispossessed there by Aston Villa, who will be attacking against Chelsea, but that should be going into the hands of Petrovic. That was a terrible one from Alex Moreno. The player of his experience should be doing better there. And it's Chelsea who are back attacking against Aston Villa. Is the player there, Enzo Fernandez, who holds onto the ball on the pace for Chelsea. Aston Villa not really coming out against the Blues. The Sassi on the ball. And it's the Sassi who releases it back into the hands of Thiago Silva. Back in the hands of Moises Caicedo in the midfield. back to the Sassy there for Chelsea. And
And
Chelsea in the 61st minute of this game. Still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa.
and when you look at Chelsea, it seems those guys are now beginning to play as a unit. They understand each other better now. The only missing link for Chelsea is the finishing. If you can add a proper number 9 that can finish to this team will be part of the top 3 teams in England.
I'm looking at Nicholas Jackson. Do you feel Chelsea are actually missing him?
No, I don't think so. No, realistically, apart from the look at it, what is this team missing from Nicholas Jackson? As a striker, very wasteful. His first touch on the ball many times, nothing to write home about. So it's just a striker that needs to improve. He really, really needs to improve. And with the way he's
with Chelsea
going,
preparing the first substitution, it might just be Gilchrist who might be making his way in this encounter between Chelsea and Aston Villa. We're for 60 minutes for that young man if he'll be going to actually take his leave with Chelsea preparing them. Chilwell to come into the game for the remaining 30 minutes of this encounter. Aston Villa breaks, I guess, Chelsea right there. But that will be going out for a goal kick to Chelsea in the 62nd minute of that encounter.
These referees are funny. How will an opponent undo Madueke like that? Look at how he handled Madueke. Look at.
And the referee,
says play on. What is that? You see, these English referees, they just want to keep getting the headlines for the wrong reasons. What is this? And that's why many people keep saying at this AFCON that the referees in England should come and learn from the African counterpart.
Wow,
on how to officiate. You look at it now, they just make silly and terrible errors. Honestly, they just do it. Maybe they do it intentionally to frustrate those guys because when they talk back at the referee, fines coming and there is a way for the English FA to make money. Maybe I'm just saying, but I'm not saying I'm right actually.
Okay, win for Chelsea here at Stamford Bridge can only be a boost for Chelsea, who have won 40 of their last 47 FA Cup matches played here. They've drawn 5 and lost just 2, a run that includes 8 straight victories ahead of this fixture, while scoring 24 goals along the way. Another prolific performance could be on the card here for Mauricio Pochettino men, who have netted 11 goals across the last 3 competitive home games. But right here in the second half, they're still struggling to get 1 goal, and it's looking like Chelsea scored all their goals against Middlesbrough.
One Chelsea fan was saying it in one of those platforms, Chelsea platform, that he just hoped that that is not the goals that they are meant to score for the few number of games to come. So, but we just hope it's not so. Because the way it is now, it's looking like it.
This is the 64th minute of that encounter. It's still 0-0, and it's the result of the second half in the game between Manchester City and Tottenham. And that game is still 0-0 also in the second half. Here's a chance for Chelsea, but Emilio Martinez to the rescue again for Aston Villa. I remember the last time I saw this type of spirited performance from Emilio Martinez was against Arsenal. Arsenal asking all the questions in that EPL fixture, but went on to lose that game 1-0.
Yeah, when Martinez decides to come to the party, it can be the game winner. And looking at this game so far, it should be one of those deciding factors for this game. But hey, it's been a good performance for him so far.
It's going to be a throw-in to Aston Villa in the 65th minute of this game. We have about 20 more minutes to go in this encounter between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Yes, it's the first substitution, and it's that young man, Gilchrist, who will be having his action being called there by the manager, Mauricio Pochettino, as Chilwell has been thrown into this encounter for the remaining 20 minutes of this game. What a performance from Alfred Gilchrist, and it looks like he is the future of Chelsea.
Yeah, born and bred in Chelsea, one of those players that has gone through the ranks. And it's good to see Chelsea players that are going through the ranks on the field of play. You see the captain to grow through the ranks. You see Gallagher grow through the ranks. And that's what we want to keep hearing. Not just, bringing in players all the time. We need players that understand what it means to play for Chelsea Football Club.
And let's see what the captain, the current captain of Chelsea, the assistant captain, but he'll be the standing captain for the remainder of this game. Ben Chilwell, the former Leicester City defender, back in this encounter for the remaining 20 minutes of this game. And looks like there might just be pressure released from Conor Gallagher for the remaining 20 minutes of this game. It's not always easy when you captain a team like Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not really, really easy like that. A lot is expected of you, but you have to give it to him. He has done a good job. Carrying that band, he has, you know, if you are going to complain about any player in Chelsea setup, one of the players that has missed, that has always mostly escaped the lashes, has to be Gallagher. You have to just say, this guy did his own part, did the energy running around the field, doing the marking, doing the passing. No, you just want to just exonerate him from the blames and all. So he has been fantastic for Chelsea. One of those players, even when they wanted to, when they wanted to sell him in the transfer window, he stayed and said he wants to fight for his jersey. He understands what to play for, why to
Coming
play,
through the
what
ranks
to,
and
yeah,
understand what it takes to play
yeah,
for a team like
yes,
Chelsea.
and for the badge especially. So it's one thing to play for Chelsea. It's another thing to understand what it means to play for that badge. And I think Gallagher, fantastic player, and I think in the future maybe he can actually be a Chelsea captain.
Okay, let's see if Gallagher will be remaining with the Blues at the end of the season. That was a kick to the face of Martin
Not a
Cash
kick.
there.
They
He
shot the
shot,
ball.
sorry.
Yeah.
He shoots the ball to the face of Martin Cash there. That was from the Chelsea captain, Ben Chilwell. After many months of layoff, is back in the EPL. And Chelsea will be looking to have other players like Nkuku or Malagusto back in that tie against Liverpool on Wednesday. Another
Yeah.
big tie for Chelsea.
Another big tie, another big test. One thing Chelsea has successfully done this season is to allay, and that's a good chance.
Oh, what a chance for
My
Chelsea
goodness.
there.
What
And
is
they
Cole
couldn't
Palmer
put that,
doing?
and that is Cole Palmer being presented with
What
another
is
big
this?
opportunity for Chelsea. But he couldn't get his leg on that very well, as that went straight into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. And Chelsea, Westwood Chelsea, wasting more chances in the second half to keep this game 0-0 at the 68th minute.
It has been a game. You see, we keep complaining. I don't know if Pochettino has his eyes using to see in this game. It is very obvious. This guy is struggling as an off nine. He's struggling. Look at him. The chances normal day that Kopama will bury. Look at him wasting it. And
He
he
has a
should.
chance for Aston Villa with that brilliant first goal, but no, that sails wide of the goal post of Petrovic in the 70th minute, 69th minute, sorry, of this encounter. And it's looking like we'll be having just 20 minutes to go in this game. 20 more minutes for Chelsea to find that first goal, and 20 more minutes for Aston Villa to get that winner against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And who will be winning this game? Let us see. We still have big 20 minutes to go.
You see what we keep saying.
Look at that.
Emiliano Martinez. He miscued
Yeah,
that.
he miscued
And
that.
it was even flat footed. Look at it. The ball went up. It was just waiting, say, flat footed. So why will he get the best touch on the ball? So I think he should withdraw Kopama from that number 9 role.
Okay.
Bring him back to playing behind the
Okay, yeah, that's all from Yemite. Let's see if Pochettino will be answering those questions from Yemite here in the studio. And back in play is Aston Villa, who are currently in possession against Chelsea. Another dispossessed one there, but Chelsea turned over that and dispossessed by Aston Villa, who will be looking to attack Chelsea late into this game. And here's an opportunity for Aston Villa to run riot against Chelsea. Stillemans will release his Oli Watkins there. Watkins straight into the box and is going to go out for a corner kick to Aston Villa. Decisive with that save for Chelsea. Aston Villa with a corner kick in the 70th minute. And talking about Oli Watkins, what a quiet game for that Englishman.
Yeah, he has really been quiet. Chelsea has dominated most of the possession, and you have to give it to Disasi. One of those guys that has been under appreciated in Chelsea, because he has been consistent, playing week in, week out, and hardly will you see him commit any error, any defensive lapses, or be on the red card or yellow card unnecessarily. Playing the right back, he will deputize and deputize well. He's a fantastic player, and he has been a big buy for Chelsea.
Okay, back into the game. Let's check what is happening in other fixtures. It's still 0-0 in other centers, except the game between Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry, which is 1-0 in the 72nd minute. 72nd minute also in the game between Bristol City and Nottingham Forest. It's still 0-0. And the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa,
Oh,
71st minute, 0-0. Manchester City and Tottenham is in the 53rd minute and still 0-0 also. Looks
yeah.
like a lot of 0-0s. What a day to pick full-time draws in England.
Yeah, it seems most teams are now taking the FA Cup more serious. And because on the norms, Chelsea wouldn't be playing their first team, Aston Villa wouldn't be playing their first team in games like this. But hey, they've seen it that, oh, this is an opportunity to at least get one, lay your hands on a trophy and get a chance at European football. So I think it's beginning to get more competitive. And it's a good one for FA Cup, the oldest club competition in the world right there.
Okay, back in the play there is Chelsea back in possession as Ben Chilwell who is on the ball there for the Blues and sends it straight into the hands of Thiago Silva who was onto the ball and finds Bisasi who has moved to the right back position for Chelsea. Badashil has also moved in. He wanted to play as the left centre back for Chelsea in this encounter. And it's Badashil who's on the ball and sends it straight into the hands of Petrovic. And Petrovic releases Disasi who's not playing as the right back for the Blues. Disasi is not having any of that and is not interested in making mistakes as it clears this line there and into the other half. And is the tormentor in chief for Chelsea in this game, Emiliano Martinez, who got onto that and his leg light was there. Moreno, sorry, as Moreno who releases Douglas Luiz, who holds onto the ball there. Where around there in the midfield is Aston Villa currently looking to turn defense into attack against Chelsea. And they go straight into the Blues midfield. That is migrating there and sends it up straight into the hands of Aston Villa player. But migrating currently immediately lost possession. And right now it's Chelsea who are turning defense into attack. Badashiu with another mistake for the Blues there as he lost possession. And where a chance for Aston Villa to go on ahead. Petrovic with a big save. I was almost talking about him not making a mistake there because I remember the other Chelsea match in
Yeah,
the game
that
where
made
he
that
made a
silly mistake.
costly, silly mistake in that game. But Petrovic just came to the rescue for him there
And
as he
how did
saved
he miss
his
the
blushes there.
steps around that
Yes,
position?
right, a chance for Aston Villa, but easily dispossessed in the box. And here is up Chelsea breaking through the lines, and Aston Villa getting involved in this encounter already late into this game. It's the 73rd minute of that encounter, and it's still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. And also the game between Tottenham and Manchester City is in the 56th minute, if I'm not mistaken, and still 0-0 between both teams. What is second half? How do you think Pep Guardiola or Aston should be, coming into the second half to try and get that victory?
Yeah, I think Pep, you just keep, and that's a good chance for
He
Aston
has a great
Villa.
chance for Aston Villa with that being the first goal. What a save again from Petrovic. Another big save from the big Serbian. Matikash with a collar. But that will be going to the back of the net. And it's looking like it's Aston Villa who are
And you can
having
see the Steve
the
Cash
better.
face right there.
Yeah.
Really
Really
surprised.
surprised that
Yeah,
he was
you know
actually.
what their
Look at that.
goalkeeper does to
Yeah.
teams. Petrovic is not doing it to them. So he looked surprised because he was expecting that. Even I was thinking that ball was going into the net.
And
And he got a strong hand.
his shot very well
Yeah,
there.
he
On
played
a
it.
good day, that
He
should
made
go
his
to the back
attempt
of
very
the
well.
net. Very chance there for Aston Villa from the corner kick and to take a long shot one back into the hands of Douglas Luiz, who sends a cross into the box. But that will be going out, and it will be going out for a goal kick to Chelsea in the 75th minute of this encounter. 15 minutes more to go in this game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. A lot of questions, but no answers from both teams in this
Yeah.
game. And still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa.
Yeah, it's a game that the two goalkeepers has come to the party, and it has explained why the game is still new. But mainly, Emiliano Martinez has done a lot of saving, though he has made some errors too. But Petrovic is yet to make an error, and with that beautiful, strong right hand save from that that Cash, Matt Cash attempt right there, and I think. We are still in for a
And
long
here's a
night
good
of
chance for
football.
Aston Villa as the breakthrough with Musa the Abi there. There's a chance for Aston Villa. Another big save from Petrovic.
No, that's a good
Oh,
defending from
Thiago
Thiago
Silva,
Silva.
sorry. There's going to be a corner kick to Aston Villa, who are taking the pressure to Chelsea late into this encounter. System minutes to go in this regulation time, and we're still lots of minutes, sorry, for Aston Villa or Chelsea to find the opener or the winner in this game. And a corner kick to Aston Villa in the 76th minute of this game. 40 more minutes to go. Let's see who is going to take this victory, or will it be any in a goalless draw to send it into a replay right there at Villa Park. It's going to be advantage. Aston Villa going into the second half. It's going to the second leg.
If it goes, yeah, it will be Aston, and you know that Aston Villa has made Villa Park a fortress this season. So, you know, they defeated Man City, defeated Arsenal,
even Chelsea,
yeah. So, I know, I think they are yet to play the second leg.
Yeah,
the first leg
the first leg was at Stamford Bridge,
and they defeated Chelsea actually. So.
Yeah, still substitution by Mauricio Pochettino. And it's Noni Madueke who has had a good account of himself. Wow, surprisingly, Raheem Sterling also be withdrawn.
Yeah, he has not really been
Pochettino. And it's Amajo Broya and Modric will be thrown into this encounter. And Chelsea fans will be expecting a good performance for Modric for the remaining 14 to 13 more minutes of this encounter.
Yeah, Modric coming into it fresh. At least he would have read the game from the bench. And they're bringing in a proper number 9. You will see that Kopama will now play more from his comfortable role. And that would have been better, not towards these dying embers where even Kopama would be getting tired himself. I don't know what these coaches think sometimes, but hey, it's just a terrible, terrible thing they do once in a while like this.
Again, talking about Amado Broya, who has been linked with a move to Aston Villa. So he has a chance to auction himself to the Villians Park fans and see if he'll be making that move to Aston Villa. But looking at Broya, moving to Aston Villa and looking at it up front, him and Oli Watkins, forming a partnership at Aston Villa.
Yeah, that would be a very good partnership. So they can leave Diaby to exploit the wings and not play in the attack. And it's a good one. And he will get enough playing time to at least improve his game time. See, I think Armando Broja needs playing time, but Chelsea is not a team that will be patient with you and give you time to actually grow. So I think maybe Chelsea can just, because in the summer Chelsea will go in for a big outflow.
There's also the chances of them getting. I would cancel that chance of getting Karim Benzema for a short time deal.
Chelsea is looking at the wage. Chelsea, financial fair play.
Yeah.
You need to balance your books. So looking, and they are still looking for an homegrown talent to at least make around 50 million from. And you can't just want to offload your FFP like that and want to bring in a big wage on that particular FFP too. So it is not an advisable transfer. And he's 35 or 36 years old striker. So I think, playing as a defender when you are aging in Premier League is understandable, but playing as a striker at that age will tell. And there's indications that even Arsenal might be interested to in
he has a chance for Chelsea finding himself in the box, but back into the hands of Emiliano Martinez. And it's Matikash who is currently down, and that looks like a muscle pull on that young man who has been full of running in this game against Chelsea. And 79th minute in that game is still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa as this game awaits an opener. It's going to be unfair if any of these two teams should lose this game.
Yeah, it looks more like a game that the two teams deserve to get something out of it. But, you have to look at the fixtures coming in thick and fast. This is the season where fatigue will begin to set in. So when you keep adding unnecessary fixtures to your number of games, it will begin to stretch your players the more.
And Aston Villa are still in the Europa League.
And they're still in the Europa League. Chelsea too, they just have a League Cup final to play ending of February. So you have to look at all these fixtures. Chelsea went all the way to the final in the game in the League Cup. So that too has added to the number of games Chelsea has played so far.
Yes, Chelsea attacking against Aston Villa, and it's Cole Palmer from the right wing there. And Charles to beat his man. He has an opportunity for Chelsea through the captain, Gallagher there, but easily dispossessed there. The referee says no, there's no penalty right there. It's Chelsea back in possession, Enzo, and back into the hands of Cole Palmer, who is not having his best game for Chelsea tonight. And Chelsea regaining possession, and is Gallagher being held there, but the referee says no, it's going to be play on. And I think that should have been a free kick against Aston Villa.
Yeah, but You see, this referee, maybe he's one of those referees that used to officiate WWE. You know? Oh, oh. Because when you look at some tackles that he has turned a blind eye on, he's really, really not the best, honestly. He's
All right.
not the best.
All right, still 0-0 also in the game between Tottenham and
Oh, that's
Manchester
an elbow
City.
to the head.
And it's in the 64th minute of that encounter. And
Mm.
Manchester City is still looking for the first goal. And same way Aston Villa, same way Tottenham are also looking for the first goal. And Pep Guardiola is already looking to his bench to bring that danger man Doku into the tie. And it's going to really be danger for Tottenham for the remaining 20 or 25 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it will spell danger for Tottenham. You know, Doku, the way he goes into his runs, the way he commits defenders, you know, the way he moves with the ball, you know, it can attract defenders to himself. And that's one of his attributes. It will attract defenders to himself. And, you know, you get to free the other man up front that can get to do the damage.
Yes,
And
Aston Villa making two substitution on his Matikash and his Matikash being withdrawn and his sorry is that not Diego Carlos? Yeah, that should be Carlos coming in. Yes, it's
yeah,
Carlos
that's
being
Carlos.
coming in for Matikash who looks to be out injured. And earlier on we saw Zanolo being brought in for Telemans into the midfield and his Unai Emery was really energized his midfield right now. And let's see what they'll be bringing into the last 8 minutes of regulation time of this game. 82nd minute is still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa, with Chelsea having the better and better the best opportunities in this game. But they couldn't take another chance, just fall into the hands of the Blues. Another one being cut out there by the on-rushing Emiliano Martinez, who has really saved Aston Villa of lots of their blushes in this encounter.
Really has really come to the rescue for Aston Villa a lot of times. And I still don't, and Kevin De Bruyne is up running for
I was talking about Doku coming in as to be a big problem for Tottenham. And right now we're
Tottenham.
still also seeing Kevin De Bruyne
Kevin De
being
Bruyne, which is
thrown
a
into the
bigger
game, a
problem.
bigger problem.
And that's
And
a
talking
great
about
chance.
problem, there's another big chance for
Aston Villa.
RB there, but the referee. Why is that every time there's a foul against Chelsea, he's always blowing? But when there's the foul for Chelsea against Aston Villa,
Yeah,
it's always look away.
yeah, look
Wow,
away,
this is
but
actually
this is a
this is a
foul.
foul
This is
from
actually
Moses
a foul.
Caicedo on Musa Diaby there.
Yeah, look at this.
Wow.
And my goodness, Chelsea being
Really,
presented.
really wasteful tonight.
Gallagher.
And that is Gallagher.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think he
I
should have
think
gone for a shot.
he
He should
did
have gone
what
for he should have gone for a shot immediately, not
yes,
trying
but
to cut the
Martinez will
goalkeeper.
still block it because when you look at the distance between the two of them, just have to give it to the sharp reaction, swift and very fast reaction from Martinez right there.
Alright, this 84th minute of this game and Tottenham. Aston Villa has another chance against Chelsea as they'll be going with a free kick. And it's Douglas Luiz who is standing on that free kick for Aston Villa. And he's always a danger man when it comes to set pieces situation. And Aston Villa running through the lines there. And it's Musa Diaby back into the hands of and years across. Kamara couldn't keep that in check. And it's going to be another corner kick to Aston Villa in the 85th minute of this game. 5 more minutes to go in regulation time. 5 more minutes for Chelsea to find us winner, and 5 more minutes for Aston Villa to find a opener or a winner against Chelsea. And they have a big opportunity looking at the big men in their box. Douglas Luiz standing on the corner kick. And I think Petrovic should be very much careful because he knows how to put those corner kicks in the back of the net.
Yeah, you know, he needs to be careful. And if there's one goalkeeper that has been good at the area boss,
that's
it's Petrovic. He knows how to read his ones. And he has been a good goalkeeper for Chelsea so far, deputizing for Roberto Sanchez.
Here's another corner kick for Aston Villa right now on the left wing, sorry, against Chelsea, and it's going to be taken by McGinn there. A lot of top players, Zinolo, Diego, Carlos also in the box. And Aston Villa might just fancy taking one against Chelsea. Petrovic to the rescue for Chelsea, but still be played in the box. And here's another opportunity, but that sails wide, and it's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea. And that was from Koza, who has really given a good
but I
account of
think they
himself. But I
should
think
have,
the referee cited an infringement there.
yeah,
So it
in the
might just
box,
be a
yeah,
free kick to Chelsea in the
yeah.
86th minute of this game. This game has a full-time draw written all over it already. I need
Yeah.
to take something special for one of
And
these two
even
teams
that
to
attempt
break
was from
that
a
deadlock.
tight corner.
Yes, Chelsea trying to break away there, but Kopama couldn't just make that. And it's Aston Villa were back in
No,
possession.
Mudrik, not
Modric, sorry.
Kopama.
Modric, sorry.
Yeah.
We're going to make
He
that.
has been actually quiet since he came on the second half. We have not
Well,
really
just
seen
for
much
15
from him.
minutes, we've not really seen much of him.
Yeah.
It's
So
looking like Pochettino is running out of patience with Modric.
yeah, it seems so, but you can't just run out of out of patience for a player that you didn't give enough playing time.
Yeah.
Coming into the start of Pochettino's Chelsea career, he was bringing him on at 60 minutes. Some games he won't play him at all. And when you now started playing him and you started giving him, you play him today, you don't play him tomorrow.
Wow, that lose other player looking for a penalty there, but the referee says no, that was a shoulder kick there. And Aston Villa were back in possession. 86 minutes gone into we're approaching 87 minutes, sorry, gone, and we're approaching the 88th minute of the second half. Still 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. But the referee says no, as spotted an infringement against Ben Chua there, and it's going to be a free kick to Aston Villa, and that was quickly taken when the Chelsea players were still trying to argue with the referee. And the low cross into the box, but that was almost spilled for an own goal from Chelsea. And that was Thiago Silva almost spilling that. And that is going to be a corner kick to Aston Villa. Who is he complaining to there?
My goodness, I think it might not be.
That was who spilled
That's
that.
it's not Thiago Silva.
Wasn't spilled.
It
I think
wasn't
there was
spilled.
a touch there.
It was a touch from McGinn.
McGinn, yes. Wow. That was
My
close.
goodness.
That was close.
I think Thiago Silva would be complaining that how did they lose concentration?
Ben Chilwell and what's it called?
Yeah,
Modric,
well,
they were both
talking,
arguing with the referee, and the game
come
restarted almost immediately.
Yeah, so I think that must have been one of the reasons why Thiago Silva is complaining like that, and it's understandable because if they concede any goal right now, it will be so painful to them
really
because
going to be painful
they've
right
really
there.
had
So they really had this game. And this game should have been Chelsea taking, but wastefulness up front and the brilliance of Emiliano Martinez has kept this game at bay. Here's a good chance for Chelsea, and yeah, he's Amado Bruya, but he couldn't tame his round there. And it's going to be goal kick up to Aston Villa in the 89th minute of this encounter. 1 minute to go in regulation time, and that was a good chance for him. That was a beautiful pass for him. I don't know why that's one. I think it was the second kneel that let him out there.
Yeah. Well, you know, running into this kind of boss, you need to time your runs.
That is game over for Enzo Fernandez, who will be having his final moment of this game as he's been withdrawn by Mauricio Pochettino in the 89th minute, and it's going to be Chukwuemeka coming up against his former employees on the team who brought him up right there from the U team, but he currently plays for Chelsea.
Yeah,
it's Kani Chukwuemeka being thrown in, and a lot of Chelsea fans have been waiting to see this young man. Gave a good account of himself earlier on in the season.
Yeah.
But fortunately, that big injury layoff really cost him a lot of games this season for Chelsea.
And we just hope that he can come back to his best as soon as possible because Chelsea actually need him. We need those midfielders that can,
hold on to the
take
ball
off
and make
the
good use.
workload from Palmer.
Yeah.
Because the workload on Palmer is still, yes, cold as ice, yes, but he's a human being. He can also burn out.
Here's another opportunity for Chelsea with this very chance, but Emiliano Martinez to the rescue once again for Aston Villa, and that was almost another gifted chance, but no, Aston Villa clears their lines there, and it's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea in the 90th
that was a silly
risk
to take from Emiliano Martinez, and look at it, he got out for that. He should have just played it to the throw-in or clear it once. What is he waiting for? If that timing of that attempt on him has gotten close, either it could be injured or it could cost the team. So it's very, very important.
And that's an offside call against Cole Palmer, who had the best chance for Chelsea in this game. But no, we are in the 90th minute already. And still 0-0 between Chelsea
and Madison after that long layoff.
Madison is back for Aston Villa. For Tottenham. I don't know if I sold him to Aston Villa. It's going to be a late substitution for Aston Villa in this game as Leon Bailey being thrown in. And Musa Diaby being withdrawn by
Just a like for
Unai
like.
Emery, like for like a lot of problem on that wing for Aston Villa.
Yeah.
When you take out Diaby and you're bringing Leon
Leon
Bailey,
Bailey,
what's
yeah.
the difference? Lot of
Yeah.
problem.
Yoruba will say pressure to
Precious you are, no doubt. That's 90th minute in that account, and there's 3 more minutes to be played in this game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. Let's see if we'll be having a late winner or late drama in this encounter at Stamford Bridge, where we've always had late dramas. And when it comes to dramas, it's not always new at Stamford Bridge. And still 0-0 also in the game between Tottenham and Manchester City. That game is in the 75th minute already. And let's see which of the two teams will be getting that victory in that tie and back into the hands of Petrovic in the Chelsea goalpost, and finds
this.
Badashi with a
My
big control there, which was almost putting him in trouble. And Thiago Silva is not having any of that as he clears the line, sends one straight into the half of Aston Villa, and this Cole Palmer on the ball. Chukwuemeka holds onto it and easily dispossessed there by McGinn. And here is Tottenham Aston Villa. Sorry, who are turning defense into attack against Chelsea. And it's one of the late dramas and late moments of those games. 2 minutes played already, out of 3 minutes additional time. And it's Aston Villa who finds their way back into the hands of the center defender there. And it's Aston Villa still in possession late into this encounter as we approach the dying embers of this encounter. Aston Villa still attacking against Chelsea to see if they can create 1 or 2 late chances of their own. McGinn on the ball there, really being a big problem in this tie, and that is Oli Watkins being released there. And it's Badashiu going against him. McGinn back with the ball and sends the cross, and it's going to be a corner kick to Aston Villa in the 92nd minute of 3 minutes, final 3
No,
minutes
93rd.
93rd minute now, and this should be one of the last moments of this game. Will it be the point, or will it be the answer to the questions Aston Villa has been asking Chelsea? A corner kick for Aston Villa in the last minutes of additional time.
Yeah, it will be a very, very terrible time if Chelsea concede from this corner kick. But it has been a game that both teams has come to the party. You can only blame Chelsea for.
And Aston Villa sends one straight into the box, but easily cut out there by the Chelsea player, but still back in the hands of Douglas Luiz, who tries to beat his man there. But
Cole
Palmer cold as ice there, as he got the better of the big man Douglas Luiz. It's not by size, it's by the bone.
It's by the brain, right?
By the brain, yeah, no doubt, it's by the brain. And we're into the final moments, final 10 seconds of 3 minute additional time by the referee.
Why is Petrovic wasting
Petrovic holding on to that. It looks like that might just be the last moment of this game. 0-0 between Chelsea and Aston Villa. What a wasteful performance from Chelsea. Had a better chance of this game, but couldn't utilize all the chances they got in this game. But the referee says, no, this game is to be played. And yes, final moment from Chelsea, but the referee says, no, that is not going to be a foul. And Aston Villa tries to find one last moment against Chelsea, but easily cut out by Ben Chilwell, who's not having any of that as he clears the line for Chelsea. And that is the final whistle, as there was no victor, no conquest in the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa, as the Villains came into Stamford Bridge to force a replay at Villa Park. 4 times Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0.
Yeah, Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 0. The main culprit responsible, Cole Palmer, missed those clear chances. But hey, he's just a human being. Sometimes you have a bad day in the office. So I just hope that the return leg, they can come up and start doing better than what they did today.
And looking at this big man, Thiago Silva, 90 minutes, week in, week out, at the age of 39.
You know, I stumbled
you guys are going to kill this man.
I stumbled on something on Instagram, the post by the Premier League, that if there's a question that you want to ask Thiago Silva, that what will it be? So an Instagram user asked the question that what has been a secret for the longevity in his playing career and playing at the very, very top, highest level. What he said was, taking good care of your body, meals right there. And he also mentioned being around young minds, being around younger players. When you tilt towards spending time with the old ones, you start thinking old. But when you spend more time with the younger ones, you think younger. And I think that's one of the
No,
things
who would
that
have thought? Who would have thought? So they will still be having Thiago Silva playing
at
at
the
the age of
top
39.
level.
Joining Chelsea at the age of 35. This
Yeah,
is like his fourth season
fourth
with
season.
Chelsea.
Yeah,
29 years old.
yeah,
I was thinking of him coming for a couple of seasons when he joined that season. But
yeah.
right now, fourth season in, and it's looking like
The
retiring
marriage
at the
is.
age of 40, still be starting for Chelsea.
It looks like it, but I don't think he's going to renew his contract because when you keep checking his post on the
He wants to go
socials,
back home.
it's just
But no,
like
the biggest
it,
problem. Okay, continue.
it's just like the last one I saw was that at the end of the final whistle, it will now came. It keeps thinking that this is about to come to an end. So I still think he most likely might not renew his contract.
Okay, no, we've moved. That means he might be going back to Brazil with
Fluminense,
Fluminense.
most
But he
likely.
talked about one of the biggest problems has to be his kids. Who are playing for the Chelsea youth team,
Yeah.
and one of them, the oldest of them, Iago, if I'm not mistaken, is the Chelsea youth team captain of
Yeah, he has to learn a lot from his dad. See,
a
it is,
fantastic defender like his dad also.
and his dad is fantastic defender, a fantastic captain, a fantastic leader
Yeah.
on the field. He's one of those guys that will step up and call you others to step up too. It's not about just pushing the others to step up while he remains. No, he will first take the bull by the horn, then you have to follow his lead. So having a father like that, that's like an advantage, not just like, it's an advantage.
I'm very sure Chelsea won't want to release him.
I don't think Chelsea should. I think Chelsea should do everything they can to keep him. If he's not playing fully, let him mentor them. And after that contract, maybe he can retire.
I actually see him come back into Chelsea coaching setup. That is
Honestly.
actually certain
Because
that experience you can't
every
really throw it away.
Chelsea fan that
You look
I've
at
seen
it on the
adore him.
longevity from Fluminense
To
AC Milan
to
to
PSG,
PSG and to
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
And
He has always been on the
And
top
he
of
has
it.
to just love Chelsea because the trophy, the competition he has longed for to win the most, he got it at Chelsea.
And at the point when PSG were seeing him as surplus to
Yeah,
requirements.
requirements. And Lampard just took that risk, bringing a 35 years old into Premier League. And after he won the Champions League, Lampard said he actually messaged him and said thank you for bringing him to Chelsea. And he has won that coveted Champions League trophy. But it's just so painful that I couldn't win the World Cup.
So painful that he couldn't win the World Cup with the Brazil national team. I call him the ageless Thiago Silva until the day he retires. Football fraternity will always celebrate that big Brazilian Thiago Silva. It's full time in that game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. It ended 0-0, and there'll also be a replay of that fixture at the Villa Park, which has been a fortress ground for Aston Villa. Very spirited performance from Aston Villa, but a wasteful performance from Chelsea in the style. They had all the chances, but they couldn't utilize them. And here's a chance for Manchester City, but that's when we go into the back of the net. Very short there from Bernardo Silva. But back into the hands of Vicario, who had that in the 80th minute of this game. Still 0-0 between Tottenham and Manchester City. Very chance there. A very good chance for Bernardo Silva. And a player of his standards should be doing better from that position.
But you just have to give it to Vicario. The way he got down to save that one, it was not an easy save. So I think Thiago Silva, Bernardo Silva did a good one on that, but it's just the brilliance of Vicario. He had to get down fast and pick down.
Yeah, he had to get down and get that very well. Here's another chance for Manchester City. What a chance being missed there by Kevin De Bruyne. Another gifted opportunity there from Rodrigo. Romero, sorry. Is Dutchberg?
Yes, it's
wow,
Olberg.
what a chance being given out there. Look at that. That looks like a penalty.
Yeah, that looks like a penalty, but you have to give it to Romero for putting him under pressure right there. And look at it, even Guardiola wanted to celebrate.
Wow, what a night in the FA Cup, and it ended 0-0 between Bristol City and Forest. 0-0 in the game between Chelsea and Aston Villa. 0-0 in the game, 1-1, sorry, in the game between Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry. And the game between Tottenham and Manchester City is in the 83rd minute and still 0-0.
Yeah, it seems
full-time draw.
The FA Cup this season will give us longer days in the office. Because as it seems now, as it looks right now, Yeah, there will be a replay of the Chelsea
Yeah.
game. Most
A
likely,
replay of the Bristol
uh,
Forest game, a replay
yeah.
of the game between Sheffield Wednesday and Coventry
Even
also.
Tottenham Man City
And
is
Tottenham Manchester
tilting
City
towards
game
that.
is also tilting towards that as we are in the 84th minute of that encounter, and it's still 0-0 between Tottenham and Manchester City.
Yeah.
And Olympique Lyon were able to return 2 goals out of the 3 they conceded in the first half, and that game is in the 85th minute. They are currently trailing Rennes 3-2 in the second half of that time. What a big second half for them. And let's see if they will be getting back into this game. And it's the debut for the Nigerian Gift Urban, who came in the 46th minute for the Awara. And let's see if the Nigerian will be completing the comeback for
Leon.
Olympic Lyon in the second half. 87 minutes that game is, but Rennes, who are currently leading 3-2 against Olympic Lyon. And back to the game between Tottenham and Manchester City is still 0-0 in the 80 plus minutes of that encounter. 85 minutes gone in that game, and still 0-0. And it's looking like this game also has full-time draw written all over it.
Yeah, it looks more like a full-time draw game. But with these two sides attacking explosively, anything can happen to us in dying embers of this game. So we can't say it will just end in a 1-0 nil draw right there. But it's just football. But the game has been exciting, really, really exciting. The two teams has come to the party, and you just have to give it to them. It has been a very, very good performance, top performance for the two teams.
Okay, top performance from both Tottenham and Manchester City that I we still await the return of Erling Haaland,
The big man
the
up
big
front,
man
the
himself.
goal machine. Yeah, it's towards the end of this month. We are
Yeah.
expecting him to be back in action,
And the
and
EPL has really missed him a lot.
really, really missed him.
And to take 14 goals before going out injured. And everybody's still struggling to
Made
save
that
that
14,
14.
and
But it's
he
looking
was
like that
come
injury might not be making him equal that record he made last
last
season.
season. Yeah,
So I
yeah,
think I'll
that
be.
injury made him. Even last season, he was out for I think 4 weeks or
Yeah.
thereabout, and he still
But now
came
he
back
has been
this
out for
year.
like 6 to 7 weeks.
Yeah, 7 weeks, 6 to 7 weeks. But he is Erling Haaland. Just one game, 5 goals.
Hat-trick.
Another game, 5 goals. Before you know it, the numbers
He's on
are
35
up,
again.
he's on 35. So you can't run. And with the way Man City plays, they can load him, overload. And he's one player that hardly miss clear-cut chances. So when you give him those chances, he will bury most of it. And Kevin De Bruyne is back. The assist masterclass.
Okay, here's another chance for Manchester City to break against Tottenham, and it's Doku presented with this opportunity, and Vicario to the rescue, and Doku back on the ball in the box where he's always a danger man. And he has just won Manchester City a corner kick
Yeah.
against Tottenham. The dying numbers has really been a big one for Manchester City, asking all the questions and
And you have to
seeing
give
two
it
presentable chances in this game.
Give
But they
it to
were
that
unable.
defender,
Yeah,
Romero.
good work
He
there from
put him
Romero
under
there.
pressure. He couldn't
Yeah,
pick his spot very well.
no doubt. That's the
And
86th minute of that encounter. 4 more minutes to go in regulation time between Tottenham and Manchester City. De Bruyne out with a free kick with a corner kick, but that sails wide off that shot from Bernardo Silva, who is not having the very best of performance in this encounter against Tottenham. It's 86 minutes. We're currently approaching the 87th minute, which will leave us with 3 more minutes to go in regulation time. And we can see Pep Guardiola not looking satisfied with this performance from his boys.
yeah, you can't be satisfied when you are playing a knockout football game and you are not leading. So it's new. So the game is still up for grabs. Anybody can still take it. So even when Man City is leading, it's still mostly under pressure. So talk less of when it's a new and they need to react
And
very
it
fast.
looks like there's always a mentality. Tottenham comes into this tie whenever they play against Manchester City. They can struggle against every other team,
No
but they
Man
give
City.
their best against Manchester
Yeah,
City.
it's just I think his mindset coming from coach to coach. There's something unique about it.
Even before
Postecoglou.
Postecoglou,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't want to smother that name.
Ante Postecoglou.
Yeah, even
Yeah.
before him, I'm looking at the other managers right from what's it called, the current Chelsea balls of Pochettino to Jose Mourinho. Everybody who has coached Tottenham, there's a kind of mentality and mindset that comes into the tie against the Manchester City that give very good account of themselves.
Yeah, they give I think it's just the respect that they threw out the window. Come to play and bring your A game. And that's just the mindset. When you bring your A game, leave the respect. Because when you respect your opponent too much, then the pressure start loading on you. Because respecting them too much is an automatic weak point, weak link for the opponent. But you don't have to respect them if you can bring your A game. But if you are not
And
bringing your
yes,
A game,
88 minutes, and it's Manchester City who has just broken the deadlock. Nathan Ake with the goal for Manchester City. Late drama at White Hart Lane. But let's just hope VR will be cancelling that. As you can see, Tottenham players cycling the central referee there. And I feel that that was an infringement on Vicario. Let's see what VR decisions will be. But it's Manchester City who has broken the deadlock and shown what champions are made of in this encounter.
yeah, I've shown what champions are made of.
I don't know what's
And I
for.
think that was the guy was on the goalkeeper. Look at it. Look
Wow.
at it. It prevented the goalkeeper from having access to the ball.
Look at the corner
See,
kick from
see.
yeah.
So I think VAR should do something about this.
Okay, that's what VR decision will be, and that was Ruben
That's an
Diaz.
attempt on
That
the
was Ruben
goalkeeper.
Diaz, and that was a big attempt on the goalkeeper Vicario there. And let's just wait as we await the final decisions from the VR, and it looks like that's okay. There's still VR
Yeah,
still checking
VAR
out.
is still checking.
Wow.
And most likely, I think they will give this goal. You know,
Okay.
it's Premier League. Honestly, most
Okay, we can still see the players still cycling the referee as they await the final decisions from VR over that goal. And any moment from now, we should be expecting the decisions from the center referee. 89th minute of this game gone already, and it's still 1-0 right now. Manchester City lead pending the VAR
I think this
decision.
the name of this referee is it Anthony Taylor?
Yeah, that's absolutely Taylor.
Yeah. So, you see, I think the goal will be given.
Okay, let's see what the decision will be. And the referee making his way, still waiting for the final check. And it's still 3-2 in that game between Olympique Lyon and Rennes, as that game is also in the 90 plus minutes. And the game between Tottenham and the Manchester City, and that goal has been given. And that is the EPL controversies when it comes to refereeing decisions and the VAR. And Manchester City finally have a lifeline against Tottenham. They've dug deep in this game, and they've gotten the opener against the white against Tottenham in this encounter. It's Tottenham who are looking for the late response in the dying embers, and it's 90 minutes gone already. And any moment from now, we should be seeing how much minutes will be added by the referee. We can actually say it's a deserved victory for Manchester City. Looking at the statistics of this game, 57% of ball possession to Manchester City, 43% of ball possession to Tottenham. Just one shot in this game from Tottenham, while Manchester City has 18 total shots and 5 shots on target in this encounter.
Yeah, it has been a game that Man City has dominated, really dominated, and they dominated it very well. So I still think they deserve to win it, but if they are going to win, it's better they score a very good goal that won't be controversial.
Yeah, and so Manchester Pep Guardiola will take that goal as a goal is a goal. I remember that game between Barcelona and Chelsea in the 2009 UEFA Champions League.
Yeah.
One of the most painful football matches
Yeah,
I've ever witnessed.
My God, that shot was like a bullet to the heart of the Chelsea.
So that's why I said a goal is a goal. And we've seen additional minutes being added by the center referee in this encounter, and we have 6 more minutes to play in additional time as we're getting into the second minute, which leaves this game with just 4 more minutes to go in additional time by the referee. Let's see what we'll be making. Will be Tottenham coming back late into this encounter, or will it be Manchester City getting the second goal? And that is on Doku, but he has been flagged offside by the assistant referee there. As game on in that encounter, 1-0, and Manchester City are on their way to be the only team to get a victory in tonight's fixtures of the FA Cup.
Yeah, it looks like it, and deservedly so. But Tottenham is missing too many players. Bizuma, Sa, and Son. And Madison doesn't have that playing time yet. Yeah, match fitness is not there yet. So you have to look at them missing those key players, not just any players. First, team players, and it will come to play and it will really affect. And look at it now, because of the continental competitions, now it's affecting the clubs that are playing these millions, and those players are on salary. So they need to find a measure and find a truce in a way that it won't really affect the club and it won't really affect the continent.
And away from football, we saw Sina earlier on today defeated Zukovic
Yeah,
3-1. You know,
yeah.
1-6, 6-7, 6-3, and 3-6. Big one for Sina, the number 4. 19 years old, table 10 long tennis player.
Yeah, quarter to players for some years now.
Mm-hmm.
And with this defeat to Djokovic, I think he should be able to step up now. If he can step up to that ladder and at least start competing with the Alcaraz. Alcaraz still has been shown that he has not been consistent.
He's out already.
He's out already. He was when he was out at the quarterfinal, I think he didn't get to the semi-final.
Yeah,
So, and that's not the best. That's not the best way to go. I think the tennis world needs a new champion. They need a new face.
Yeah.
You know, the era of Djokovic, Rogers, and Rafael Nadal should be off by now. Not that we are still talking about Djokovic being the number one at this point in time with his age. When those generation ahead of Rogers, Djokovic, when they were around, those three guys already put them at the back seat and actually forced many of them to retire early. So I think the younger guys are not doing justice to tennis.
And talking about the other game in the Australia Open, it was Medvedev against Zverev, and that game ended in favor of Medvedev, who has now set in the Australian Open final. So it promises to be a game between the new generation of lawn tennis player. Just like United just wants it, and we'll be having these new players come together in that final against between Sinner and Medvedev. So it promises to be another interesting final. Who's your money on for that final?
For the final, I think the defeating Djokovic will be a moral booster for Sinner. And with the form he has come into the Australian Open with, I think he can actually take the day. Because Medvedev, you don't know the guy that will show up. He might be the top player that he is, but hey, I will be tilting towards Sinner, but not writing off the other guy.
Okay, the female final will be between Zheng and Zabalenka. And my money will also be on Zabalenka. Arlena is back to her very best.
100%. The way she took out
Coco Golf
was something. It's just, it's just and it's the top seed. So it's the top seed coming into the competition, and it just walks straight to the final. So you just have to.
I really miss top sports because we'll have actually dissected all this.
We would have talked about it and really break it down. But hey, there's still next week.
Yeah, there's still next week for Talk Sports. You can join us on Friday for Talk Sports on Premier Sport Fan Center, where we actually analyze every different sports and activities going around the world. There's back to the game between Tottenham and Manchester City. 95th minute of that game. We are approaching the final moment of this encounter, and that should be the final minute of this game already. And any moment from now, it's going to be the final whistle, and that is the final whistle from the central referee. And Manchester City has just taken this game 1-0 to take themselves into the next round of the FA Cup tie. Let's go from Nathan Ake sent Manchester City into the next round of the FA Cup.
Yeah, congratulations to Man City. And Tottenham, congratulations to they gave a good fight. And at least it's one just a controversial goal that separated the two sides. Yeah. And you just have to the referee has counted the goal. It stands, so they have to prepare for next year.
Well, it's a pleasure having you in the studio tonight.
It's always a pleasure.
Okay, still to come tomorrow is the game between the Super Aston returns tomorrow. We have the Super Eagles of Nigeria going head-to-head against the indomitable Lions of Cameroon. Promises to be another interesting tie right there at the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah, and it's a game that I think Ian Nacho will be fit to at least have some minutes.
Yeah, I think the manager, the coach talked about it today. You want Ian Nacho, I'll give him playing time in this game. And Nigerians have been waiting for this tie, to see Ian Nacho back in the starting 11.
Honestly, we can't wait to see him. Let's see if he'll be at least a good addition going forward, because Nigeria has to improve going forward.
Okay, that's about how much we can take on tonight's edition of our Watch Along on Premier Sports Fan Center. Do join us tomorrow for the game between Nigeria and Cameroon. It's good night for now.